Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner. This is my live chit chat, okay, for Love and Marriage Huntsville. This is season 3. The reunion part 1 is a 3-part reunion. And we're going to go ahead and get into. I was going to do this pre recorded, but I was like, let's have a conversation about it. Now, I'm doing things differently this time. I set my chat up to where only subscribers of my channel can comment, okay? Because sometimes we have rude folk, we have, robots or whatever. So hopefully this will cut down to some of the BS that's been going on lately, okay? Now let's get to first things first. If you have not done so already, make sure to subscribe to this channel. Also subscribe to my secondary channel, JayLeesCorner. Okay, the link to that is always in the description box below. We can also make sure to do all these things, liking and commenting and sharing and relaxing, centering yourself and inhaling and all these things that we say every single time. Okay. I want you to also know to follow me on social media, on TikTok, on Twitter, on IG. It's always Jaylee's Corner. And y'all know to just like and subscribe. But yes, I am here. I just realized I do not have lipstick on, but it's fine, fine, fine. So thanks to y'all who are watching here live. Thanks to y'all who will be watching the replay later. I was going to go live earlier, but honey, everybody was live. I was like, Bondi was live, and Niecy was live, and Jamie was live, and then I seen other people who I follow was live. Like, girl, I'm going back to bed, take a nap. I'll get up later. Okay, so that's why it's later on in the day. I do want to do like a typical probably Tuesday live standard every Tuesday. Well, after our ladies first panels for the next 2 weeks, because I need to come live to y'all one day a week just so we can get used to having conversations again. Okay, so I'm planning to have that be on Tuesdays around 9:30 every Tuesday or whatever. So yeah, I like only having people who are subscribed to me comment, because again, it keeps the bullshit away. But let's go ahead and get into this right now, okay? Do not forget, this Tuesday, this Thursday, next Tuesday, next Thursday, the Ooh Ladies First panel will be live for about an hour for some quick little panels, because we're going to be on hiatus the rest of the year until January. So make sure that y'all, are following us to see which day we on whose channel for what. My day is going to be Tuesday the 14th at 9:30. It's going to be a good little time and stuff, okay? So, did everyone watch the reunion? I did. It was good. And at first, I was concerned about Carlos hosting, because I feel like Carlos is the producer, he's the EP, he's also he's the creator and the EP. So I was like, well, is he gonna do a good job? Is he really going to hold them accountable like he should hold them accountable? And honey, and he did. He didn't hold no punches. He was not allowing them to get away with stuff. He made sure to hold them accountable for things that he knew was fact and not fiction, and they could not skate around stuff that a regular host or even viewers may not be aware of what was going on. Now, I do want to get into the fashions, because again, I was like, why they don't have a whole little, no one had like single shots of themselves in their outfits, okay? It was really just the one group photo they all took, okay? So let's get to that first of all. So look, this is the whole cast and they looks. I was like, yeah. So let's start from left to right. Okay, my left to my right. Maurice. I like Maurice's suit. Typical gray suit, little black shirt, black tie, with a little black piping around the suit jacket. You see a little black lining with the pocket. It's nice. Okay, it's nice for a reunion. Their reunion always, to me, is like a fancy business dinner. And that's what Maurice looks like. He's dressed for a fancy dinner. Okay, and that's really it. Kimmy. I love Kimmy's red dress. It fit her like a glove. Okay, Carlos called her Jessica Rabbit with the red hair as well. And I love Kimmy's dress. Okay, it was really simple, but also still really, really cute. Okay, and again, red is her color. Okay, look good on her. But well, I think I just seen Carlos is a reunion host every show. That is very, very true. I also want to know who dressed Tisha. Okay, I was like, I don't know. I don't know, but we're gonna get to her. Um, then we get to Mel. Mel for me is absolutely the best dressed because for me it's a tie between Mel and Kimmy. The reason I'm going to give it to Mel is because Mel to me her dress is just a bit more fancy. I did see how she showed when the dress was being made, and it was really really cute. Seeing the construction of it all and seeing the dress close up was really amazing. Okay, I like how it was like a tuxedo, a sleeve on one side. Okay, and then the dress on the other. So to me, it just looked cute. Okay, the thigh was out and everything. Cute little shoe, cute hair and makeup. So again, for me, it was between Kimmy and Mel as top two, but I'm gonna give it to Mel only because the top of her dress and all the detailing on her dress. Carlos, honey, in this bright ass teal ass suit, I was fine with it because I was like, I mean, he the host and he wants to look different. I'm not a fan of bright suits all the time. It can go either way, but for me, seeing him and Martell next to each other, to me, Carlos did it better. Okay. Um, just to me, I liked how Carlos's suit fit him. Again, I love that each man's suit fits them like a glove. Nothing worse than somebody wearing a suit that don't fit and it look either too loose, it looks too big, or it looks too tight. Now, when Martell sat down, I still feel like his pants were too damn tight, but that's on that man, okay? But again, I did like Carlos's outfit. But to me, the best dressed man is still is Maurice. Martell's honey powder blue, blue suede shoes, ass suit. I was like, get your boy head ass out my face, Martell. Martell gets on my nerves because Martell does things and he wants to act like him, saying, "Oh, I didn't do nothing wrong." Yes, you did. Okay, you did a suit wrong. It just looks too tight. It looks too fitting. And it looked like he got fitted for it, and he purposely asked them to fit it a bit too snug. So we can talk about it, okay? It just needs to be let out just a little bit. It looks tight. It's like your balls can't breathe, your breastplate can't breathe, your Adam's apple can't breathe. Nothing on you can breathe right now. Okay, leave that be. Now, Tisha. Now, Tisha. Tisha's dress it's showtime at the Apollo tonight. Mix with, mix with the Romy and Michelle prime time. Mix with, I don't know what's going on. Now, I do not mind the orange color. I don't. But the orange color and the feathers is what I was like, ma'am, no, that's team too much. Now, her skin and makeup, I did not mind. Okay, I did not mind that at all. I did not like her hair at all. I was like, is that a Alabama thing? It looks weird. Okay. It reminded me of how our hair was back in the 90s. Okay. Here in Detroit. I was like, why is it a hump in the back? Okay. It's a hump in the back of your head for what? Was that what you was trying? Yes, she's wearing Wanda's prom dress. Okay. And probably Wanda's prom wig. I don't know. But I was confused nonetheless. Okay. Hello to everybody popping in. Hello, hello, hello to everyone popping in. I think it's not. I think it is because Tisha look bad, her mom look bad, they all look bad. Okay, but it's just weird that I'm like, she looked in the mirror and said, "This is what I want," and we seen her getting her hair braided down for the wig. I'm like, you got your real hair braided down for this hump of a mess. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Now her body was glistening, okay, with a glow, and her skin looked amazing. But the Showtime at the Apollo ass dress plus this Alabama ass hair confused me, and she is definitely the worst dressed. She looked worse than Martell. And this tight ass blue suede suit, ass suit, okay. And Marceau, typical black tux, okay. Marceau looks good in the tux, not his face, it's his body. Because Marceau's face to me still looks like a baby shark, baby. It's baby sharkish to me, okay. So I was like, I just, but his body, the suit looks good, the suit fits well, but his facial expression sometimes is baby shark, and I don't like baby shark. Okay, I have no kids, I'm not a baby shark person, but again, that's on that man. So they face. Okay. Now, again, see this hair on her right here? That's her mama's wig. You can't tell me that ain't her mama's wig. Okay. And we see Kimmy with the red, it's like auburn more than anything else, like a little auburn color. So it's cute to me. Even with Mel, with the little detail of the dress up top, I like it. You know, bald head ass, all these bald men right here. You can't. This ain't Baby Shark. Baby Shark, dude. You can't tell me that's what it is. Okay. Uh, Maurice looks over it. Okay, he looks over it. But Martell always looks like he's plotting and scheming to be on some bullshit that we're gonna get next season. Okay, the whole time I'm looking at him like he on some bullshit for no reason at all. Get out my face, Martell. Okay, but Ballman Unite, and again, I don't know what girl. She looked like a young Wanda. She really, really do. And I need her to know she don't have to wear her mama clothes and her mama's wigs to be an adult. She don't have to do that at the all, okay? But let's get into the whole episode. So we do see how when Carlos told them who's gonna be hosting the reunion, which would be him, because usually it was hosted by um Egypt. I think is it her name Egypt? I think it's Egypt. Egypt Sherrod, I think that's what her name is. But that's who usually hosts, and this time she cannot host. So it's Carlos. And I feel like Martell, Tisha, and Marceau were the ones who kind of weren't fully happy, and they all had the same notion that Carlos knows where all the bodies are buried. Okay, and because he knows where all the bodies are buried, they won't be able to get away with things that they can get away with someone else who doesn't know things or whatever. But Mel was happy. Kimmy wasn't worried, and neither was Maurice because they really have nothing to. They're open books to me more than the rest of them. I'm gonna leave that be either way. We do see the whole little what happened from like season 1 to now. So seeing how they were all just happy, these happy couples or whatever, and now some of them are divorced or whatever. Some of them, well, nothing is bad between them, and they need to, which is just foolishness. And Tisha said what she kind of got from all of that was she is fully off Twitter because Twitter has so many hateful people. And so Carlos told her when the show started, back in season 1, his best advice was do not read the comments because the comments will tear your ass down. I'm gonna say this to that. Even as a YouTuber, we have to be careful reading our comments because look, the comments sometimes can be really, really good. And you want to see the good things that people say, whatever. But some of these folk around here be on some natural bullshit, and it makes you want to either cuss their ass out, okay, or find them and beat them up, or you just get discouraged, like, oh shit, so it can be all kind of things. So I can only imagine the things that people say about Tisha. My thing is, I never go to somebody else's page, channel, whatever to tell them if you see what I said because you came where I am. You came here or you was on my social media. So I can get her saying I just made a choice to stay off Twitter because it's just bad, bad, bad. I'm we're one of the most hated or whatever. I do feel like who they hate the most, it depends. People don't hate Tisha. Tisha is full of shit. And because she's full of shit, um, they read her for being full of shit, and her husband's full of shit. Okay, but out of all of these, Martell is for sure the most hated. No one is despised more than Martell. We don't like Martell more than Marceau, and he's a chauvinistic asshole. Okay, but Martell has taken the cake for the most hated person on this show. Point blank periods. We don't have time for the bullshit, okay? So we then see that's fine, fine, fine. Now Carlos and Esmail and Martell, they regret doing the show, so they're not divorced. Because again, the show was supposed to be about married couples, love, and marriage. Okay, and season 1, we found out that Martell was cheating. Season 2, we found out that he was still cheating. Season 3, they're not divorced. So, do y'all regret? It was married for 14 years before we got to this. So, do y'all regret, you know, coming on this show? Now, Mel said, well, no, because open on these doors. Okay, doors have opened for us that would not have opened as fast had we not had this platform on the show, which you would all know and whatever. Okay, now Martello buckethead ass gonna say he regrets doing the show, and he brings up how it was Mel's idea to do it. That Mel wanted to be on TV, and so she's the reason that they are even here. Okay, and he because he came on the show because she wanted to, that he helped bring forth the Melody Hope brand. I'm like, nigga, no. This show helped formed all of y'all brands for one, but it's aggravating when he always try to make it seem like because he was even around Mel with all this that he helped bring. I'm like, no, Mel did this shit on her own 80% of the time. Because the other 20%, this nigga was out here cheating somebody else. So again, it's weird that he wants to keep holding on to Mel's success because he's right now a failure. As a father, as a husband, as an actor, as a contractor, as a bald head man in a tight suit. He said all that shit he has failed at. And that's on him. Okay. I love that I've got my comment limited to only subscribers and I don't see no bullshit in my comment section. Okay. YouTubers, limit your comments to those who subscribe to you to cut out bullshit comments. It is lovely. I love you all. Okay, thank you very much. Anyway, so Mel brings up out for her, any spouse is supposed to be the one to support their spouse. So you were supposed to want to do the show with me because you love me. I'm your wife for you know what I'm saying. And so we're supposed to want to support each other. So don't make it seem like you coming and doing a show, which helped us both. Okay, was your God's gift to me. Nigga, fuck you, is what you want to say. Okay. Now Martell then brings up how well I regret doing the show. I'm saying because it shined a light on a private situation that could have, if it stayed private, it could have been resolved or handled privately. Okay, if it was no TV, and I would still have my wife, my kids. And it's crazy that he regrets doing the show, not regrets cheating. I'm like this is why we cannot stand him because he picks the wrong moments to make it a moment. Yes, I regret the show because it exposed my cheating. I'm like, nigga, that's what you do. Basically, that's what you said. That the show exposed your cheating ass, and that's why you hope it wasn't. I was like, you know what? Somebody, yeah, they did keep the suit was tight. His balls couldn't breathe, his butt couldn't breathe, his nothing could breathe on Martell, nothing, not even his throat could not breathe at all. Okay, that's what he get. But yeah, Martell is full of shit. Okay, because the thing is, if this is the weird thing, he was cheating before they got on the show. Okay, so you then got on the show and continued to cheat on your wife when y'all are on a nationally syndicated show that after season one aired, it got way more popular. You still was cheating. Are you stupid? What is wrong with you? And your regret should not be doing the show. Okay, it's just dumb. Now, Carlos then asked, Mother Martell. And also, I want to say this. I like that Carlos said, I wanted to have the main six of y'all here for part one because one, we had not seen them in 2 years, because of the pandemic. And two, they are the stars of the show. Okay. Anyway, but he asked them, would y'all still be married had y'all not done the show? Now, Martell said yes, because he's stupid and because he really feel like if no one knew that he cheated, if no one knew about that baby, that Mel would have stayed with him. And Mel said, hell no, we would not still be married. And not that I think Mel is lying, but I do feel like Martell, I wonder, y'all, I wonder if Martell would have gotten so assholey to where she would have had to leave him. Could he have not went so far with it if they were not on television? Because a part of me feel like he gets overly assholey, I don't understand the word, because he wants to prove a point to the fans or to the viewers of the show. So I do wonder if he would not be as bad as he is if he wasn't trying to prove something to the people who watch the show. But I still feel like Mel would have eventually left him if he kept cheating, because I think her Mel whole thing was, you are disrespecting me, and that's what's pissing me off. Your disrespect to me is symbol of the shit or whatever. And Martell brings up how another issue was Mel in the beginning of the shows. Mel can't read the comments. And he would tell her, "Don't read the comments. Don't do that." And she kept doing it because you were people were telling on him in the comments. And I think he felt like Mel felt embarrassed. Mel felt humiliated, and she felt that even more with reading comments because people was calling Mel. People were saying things that probably did not make her always feel like she was doing the best thing by thing with Martell. So my thing again is Martell loves pointing the finger everywhere else except at himself, because even if people were in the comment section saying stuff, it's because you were doing things, dummy. So again, Martell is, yes, he's been cheating since 2017. So it's weird for him to feel like, oh, we would, no, y'all would not, no, sir. And the way Martell acted surprised when Carlos laid out the kind of, honey, we're gonna get to it. It's just stupid to me. So Carlos asked them how, because no, he asked Marceau, because the title of the show changed to Love and Marriage Huntsville. And apparently Marceau got pissed off and he sent an email to the producers cussing everybody out. Okay. And he brings up how, well, the show was supposed to be about construction and them being construction workers. And then I was like, but why would that make you still be pissed off? And I don't get why he called and cussed them out. And then, Tisha and Kimmy both brought up how they knew once the show changed the title, that it would be more focused on their lives, their families, and not really the business that was going on. And I mean, I didn't, I would, I love HGTV. I watch it all the time to calm me down. I love Flip or Flop. It's my favorite thing or whatever. And also, I love Love It Illicit. However, I feel like OWN didn't need that kind of show. OWN did need this kind of show. This to me is one of the most organic reality shows, because you could not have planned Martell cheating before the show started and it all coming out on the show. And then by season 3, him having a baby with a woman he had been cheating with. Girl, right, a whole 5 years, 5 girl, get out of my face. It was a disrespect for her. And I think that's what Martell to me forgets. Male issue isn't the fact that he was cheating, it's the fact that he kept cheating and kept disrespecting her publicly. Stupid. And when Carlos asked them what they think about people who said the show went from like sugar to shit, but from a positive, vibe during season 1, and now during season 3, it's also so negative and everything. Maurice brings up how, well, they don't look the whole picture. Okay, they look at the thing that which is really just Martell and Mel, bullshit or whatever. But I also didn't think about it either. You know how Maurice went and became a lawyer. Tisha went and got another degree. Kimmy got a whole new career with her leaving nursing and getting into real estate. Mel, who now has her own whole brand. Even Marceau, doing other things. They all have done things outside of the messiness that just is not highlighted as much on the show. And we don't pay that much attention. Now, Carlos asked Maurice, why didn't he defend Kimmy with the whole Kimmy's a side chick thing? And now I really feel like, thank you very much, Candace. I try. Um, but Maurice's response to why he does not defend Kimmy to me was bullshit a little bit. Because for him to say it's like if someone called me an alien. I know I'm not an alien. So why would I defend myself? I'm like, but that ain't the point. People saying your current wife is a side chick or was your side chick, why would you not say, dude, it ain't true? And stop that, okay? Now, even though both Marceau and Martell later on said how they felt the reason they kept laughing was because it's laughable to think that Kimmy was a side chick. So for them, it was a joke because it was preposterous that can be factual. Maurice kind of saying the same thing about it's not true, so it was a big deal. And I was still like, but it was a bullshit. It was completely bullshit. Now, when Carlos asked Tisha, "Well, did you ever think, or did you ever hear that Kim was a side chick?" I'm like, Carlos, shut up, okay? Now, Tisha then said how Kiowa did say to her that Kimmy was a side chick. That's what Kiowa said, but she never believed it because how she knew Kimmy. And Kim was like, no, no, that's some bullshit, okay? He was divorced when I met him. There was a 6-month waiting period that he wasn't not supposed to be with anybody, whatever. But he was divorced when I met him, okay? And Kai would feel like because we talked in between that 6 months after they signed divorce papers that I interfered with them getting back together. Not that I was his side chick doing this miracle. They could have got back together and I stopped that. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? She don't find it funny. Anyone call her that. I agree. Do not call me a home wrecking, sad chick ass, whoever, or nothing, because that's not what it was. And when because Carlos asked, well, if did you and Kai would ever have a sexual history after you left her, after y'all signed up the papers or whatever? He said no. There was an incident that happened. I left 2 days later and I never went back. We never got back together. We never lived in the same house. We never had nothing happened. Once I left her, me and her were never back together. And it was a year later when he met Kimmy. He also said there was plenty of women who they could have called a side chick because he was out here fucking everybody. And that's who they could have said. And I'm like, that's the weird part. No one is bringing up women he slept with before Kimmy. That's who the side chicks was, them people or whatever. And they also brought up an incident with a toothbrush, and he would not give detail about what happened. But whatever that happened with a toothbrush, Kaiwa did something with a toothbrush, okay? And that was the reason Maurice left. I'm like, Kaiwa either maybe she brushed the toilet with a toothbrush, maybe she used his toothbrush, maybe she stuck his toothbrush up something, okay? And then I don't know. But it was weird, weird, weird. Okay. Let's see. I was upset with Carlos when he called the side chick a restaurant. I hope we'll get to that later. I'm not careful. Carlos trying to pick up. I'll talk about that later too. Marcella's selling cooking books, and calendars. He better get on my face. It nothing from to say. Right. It's nothing from to say she wasn't a side chick, okay? And it's just stupid. It's disrespectful in attacking someone's integrity, and Marcel being a brother-in-law. Marcel was corny. Okay, he was very, 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 very corny. Okay, I think Maurice was just implying that Kai was cheating. Maybe. But it's weird because Kaiwa is now remarried. So why is it even coming up on the show? But let's move on from that. We then see all the drama between, Marcel. I want to pop off screen, but I'm fancy. Boom. Where is it? Why does this show up? There you go. So we see all the drama between Mel and Martell. And Mel brings up how, seeing all that footage. The one thing that stood out to her was the fact of her giving birth to the youngest daughter, because we've seen that part too. But everything else was, bullshit. We see all the interviews of Martell denying that, no, what he was, let me see. What I got from Super said is that Kaibo cheated. Okay. Toothbrush meant that she cheated on him. Oh. Well, I'm gonna leave y'all said I'm gonna leave it be. So again, Mel is saying how, just the bullshit with Martell. But Martell said, what bullshit? She said you were contradicting yourself, the whole time about you cheating. And I'm like, the fact that he just saw himself say, I don't cheat, I'm not a cheater during season 1. And he had already cheated. I'm like, nigga, why you acting like you don't know what she's talking about? What is wrong with you? I'm like, see, but that's how I say Martell is a fucking fool, because he's like, he then said, I'm not a cheater. at heart because I had not cheated before, and the next woman I be with, I won't cheat on her. Then this is the weird thing. This is the thing, stupid. This is what's stupid. So he loves saying how much he don't cheat, he wasn't cheated or whatever, but you cheated for 5 years. Even if you did it with one woman, you cheated for such a long time. You are a cheater at heart. Okay, you are fully a cheater at heart. Yes, he's crazy. He's nutty, nutty boo, nutty, nutty boo. Okay, completely. I was like, get out of my face with this bullshit. Now, Carlos brings up how the last reunion, which was about 2 years ago, because at that point, the last reunion, Mel was pregnant at the last reunion, and she like, I mean, he said y'all were such a united front. It was Team Hope. So what happened during the pandemic that what I'm saying broke up the marriage and made you leave Mel? And Mel said I had the baby in December. Then the pandemic happened. The kids were home. We were home. We were all in the house together like a family during the pandemic. But Martell was always leaving, and he would be gone for hours on end. You know what I'm saying? Just gone, 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 or whatever. And so Martell then said, "Well, I was at the gym." I said, "Nigga, the gym's closed." And when Carlos said the gyms are closed, my gym was open. I'm like, right, your gym we worked out at was Coleslaw's house. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Okay, I just cannot. But I was like, the fact that he still sit here and wants to lie. She had a whole baby. It's not like you cheated and nothing came of it. Like a whole human out of a vagina, and it's not your wife's. So you were cheating. It's stupid. And when Carlos said why everybody else was at home fearful of dying of this unknown virus that killed hundreds of thousands of people, you left your wife at home with your kids, okay, out here with your dick out in the pandemic, fucking old girl. Can you see why your wife would leave you when you took your penis outside the household during the pandemic? I say not took your dick out the household in the pandemic. Yes. And it's crazy that, Martell seems to not get it. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, because you were sleeping with other women, and he gonna say, "Well, I wasn't sleeping with her then." Yes, you were. It's like, why are you a whole baby is the proof that you were? Okay, honey, stupid. Okay, yeah, failed to realize that going out during the pandemic could have put his whole family in danger. Okay, in danger. He did not. He did not care at all. Not he didn't give not one hour of fuck about his 4 children or his wife or even himself. That's what's crazy. I was like, oh God, somebody punch him in the balls. Okay. Now when he said again I was not sleeping with her, it's like, but it's a baby. And when Karla, well, how did she get pregnant? If you were not banging her, how did she get pregnant? And when Martell then said, "Oh, well, let's do the math." See, he be saying shit and don't be thinking. Because he said, "Oh, let's do the math." Okay, yes, let's do the math. And Carlos said, "When is your son's birthday?" I was like, "Yes, when is your son's birthday?" Because Martell does not talk about that goddamn baby. He doesn't. All we know is she had a baby and it's a boy. No one really knows when the baby was born because if they knew, it would prove Mel's point that he was consistently cheating on her. They were saying the baby was born around December of 20 2020. The baby is probably about to be 1 years old. So we're cheating in the pandemic. I was like, I just can't. I cannot. But Martell then does not want to discuss the child's birth. Let's keep that. No, let's do the math, sir. But he didn't want to. Now Mel brings up how Martell again would be gone for hours or whatever, and that he would be saying things that just did not add. The math wasn't mathing because you're gone for hours on end, but you didn't need to be. The math was not mathing or whatever. And then Martell tried to keep convincing her that she just needs to accept his cheating, that she would need to be okay with his cheating, and that he was really he wasn't trying to stop cheating. He was trying to find a better way of doing it, have her accept it, and then be smarter, not getting caught. I was like, because he's an asshole. he's a complete asshole or whatever. And then she breaks down when she found out about him cheating. So she found out in March of 2017 because the girl Kofa kept calling his phone, and she at one point answered. And when she answered, old girl said, "I didn't call you. I called Martell. Put him on the phone. Who you talking to? Who are you? What is going on?" And that's how his wife found out he was cheating, because the bitch kept calling him. And then I was like, oh, I, yes, reckless. Martell had been being reckless for years. And it's like once Mel found out, it just took her time to really leave his ass. Because this is the thing. I think Mel was an in love wife. So it's like one day you can walk, and then the following day you can't walk no more. You got to figure out how to live life not walking. Okay. Yes, slapped, beat, dragged. Look, this is my thing. When you are knowingly dealing with a married man, you have no right to be rude to his wife at all, because the wife don't have shit to do with what y'all doing. So calling her and saying, "I didn't call your phone," put him on the phone. Bitch, you called my husband. Who are you? And don't talk to me as if I know you, or as if, I have to do what you say. But I will punch you in the throat. What do you mean? Okay. And it was like, I don't, it's dumb. I'm not going to joke. He's never going to let Mel go when it's killing him on the inside. You can see it. Martell fully is aware how much of his life he fucked up. He is fully aware now that people don't see it for him. And it's just stupid that he would think, "Oh, I can do whatever." And she's going to accept it. It's like, no, sir. I would have lost it at that point. Straight answer, bad ways to exhale. I agree. In love with the illusion of a perfect marriage, and she thought she had it figured out. True. And that's the hard part as a woman, thinking things are okay, and you find out they're not. You have to pick up the pieces. You know what I'm saying? She had 3 kids at that point. Over 10 years married. It was hard. Okay. I want to hear Ariana's side. I wonder what type of BS he was telling her. This is the thing. There's no BS a married man should tell a woman about his wife, because at the end of the day, he is a wife. So the only thing he should say, "We're divorced. Here's the papers. You can't tell me shit about your wife, and then I have to only deal with you on occasion because of your wife." That means you're sneaking around doing shit. Truly separated men who are leaving their wives, or whatever, you don't have to hide shit. We've seen people who are married, they separate, they're divorcing, and they're fully living their life because both parties have moved on. Martell was moving like a snake because he was cheating on his wife. Even to this day, he still moves in a way to where he never claimed that lady. He never claims Arya. He doesn't. He still would love to be back with Mel. So my thing is, there's nothing he could have told her that should have made her think that they would be together, because he was cheating with her for 5 years. You can't cheat with me for all those years and never leave your wife. And then I see y'all on TV and you call me a peasant. No, okay, it ain't gonna happen. I know for what, sir. You don't want me, and that's fine. I'm gonna leave you. Did you see her live on Instagram? I do not follow most people on these shows on Instagram. I don't look. I protect what I view. So I have never even. I've only seen her maybe twice, on stuff, whatever. So I know she sings when she is touched. I can't, but I can't. We expect much from Ariana since she had an affair with a married man. He talking to Mel this really is prior for the course. Well, I just think this Martell full of shit. Point blank, period. Not punching the feelings. So just like Mel when she was at Black and the Sad Ticker was brought up. Mel said, "You better hope I don't see you walking out the gun. Don't let me catch it. Don't let me catch it." Martell's always trying to deflect from disrespectful shit he does. I absolutely agree. Thank you, sister. Funkenstein. Jaylee and I are, thank you. He has never ever posted or instead. Yes, he's never acknowledged her. He never does. So for me, the fact that they not together no more, he still does not acknowledge her. So I'm like, she was a fool for 5 years. Points blank, period. Okay. Now, Mel says the whole thing about, she found out on the phone or whatever. And at that point in time, Martell would not come to the phone. So he knew he was busted. He did not want to get caught up or whatever. So Carlos asked Martell about him saying that Mel and Marceau messed around. And I was like, I remember hearing this, and I'm like, that is bullshit. That is some bullshit. Okay. Now Martell, we can tell he was lying because when Martell lies, he tries to deflect from what he said, what he's saying, and what he's trying to get to. And what I said was what I meant. I'm like, no, what did you say? You did insinuate that Mel and Marceau had something going on. So the whole story was when Mel found out that he was cheating back in 2017, her and Martell got into a huge fight. Okay. And Tisha brings up how, well, she knew the day that it was because, again, it was the fight thing, whatever. Because Martell kept saying, well, Marceau called Mel. He called Mel. And he was like, no. I called you first. You didn't answer. And I then called Mel. So, again, you can tell that Martell is trying to make it seem like, well, Marceau reached out to my wife and not to me, and that was not true. So when Tisha, Marceau, and Mel kind of told the story, it made more sense. One, Marceau said, they was fussing. Yes, Mel's mom called me. At that point in time, Mel's mom worked with all of us at Shoat. So it was our friends. So she called me because Marcel and Mel was fussing really, really bad. I'm a friend who knows them all. We're all close. She called me to hope I can kind of separate shit and calm shit down. Now, Martell's saying, well, Marceau, asked her out for drinks, what I'm saying? And that was wrong. And I'm like, what? And then, even though Tisha looked like, you did what? But both Marceau and Mel was like, Mel was pissed. They met at Chick-fil-A, and to calm her down, he said, hey, let's go get some drinks and calm down. And I'm like, it was a regular thing that someone says to calm someone down. Hey, calm down. Let's get some drinks. Let's sit and talk. Not like, hey, let's go out for drinks. It wasn't that. But Martell loves tailoring shit to look like Mel's the scandalous one, and it's him. Okay, and it's just stupid to me that he's trying to make it seem as if Marceau was being sneaky with Mel or vice versa. And to me, that just proves more points of Martell ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? He ain't shit, because why try to insinuate that your friend was trying to fuck your wife? Because you got caught with your mistress. You know what I'm saying? I was like, what is wrong? Am I the only one who remembers that Mel and Marceau were accused when they were working out together and stayed gone too long? She should call Martell to sound alarm. Anybody else? I don't remember that. But again, I don't remember much from season 1. But I just feel like, yes, he's a bald-headed liar and delusional. And that's what it is. I did not even need Marceau or Tisha or Mel to debunk the fact that Marceau and Mel were messing around. I was like, no. Okay. Tisha's response when she learned that Marceau offered Melody to grab the drinks so she could vent. Looked like Marceau has been an info reporter. Tisha was annoyed. But I think Tisha has that in her because Tisha feels like anytime anyone says Marceau did something, it clicks what her mama say. He cheating. And I'm not saying that Marceau has not done something, but I feel like Tisha will always react because she always feels like because someone says something, if it could be true, is this the true factor? And I'm like, girl, if he messed around with somebody, it would not be with Mel, in my opinion. But I did notice her like, what the fuck? But I'm like, she would have had that reaction if someone said he hugged Kimmy too hard. You hug Kimmy too hard. Why you hugging Kimmy? She will always have that same reaction. That's just who she is, and that's on her. Okay, that's on P2. So, and I like Maurice saying they was fussing so much, I wanted to remove one of them from the house. I would hope someone would do the same thing for me if it happened with me. And it reminded me of them in Vegas when he came in and bear hugged Martell and took him out the room. Meaning, when shit is going on, people call on Marceau to remove Martell because Martell gets too angry. And he has to physically remove one of them from a fight. So I fully believe that over the years, they have helped each other um, break up fights or arguments between Martell and Mel because of how Marcel came in Vegas and just knew he had to get Martell out of that room. So that to me means he's used to this bullshit, which means that's why Van called Marceau. It had nothing to do with Mel fucking with him. It had everything to do with Van know when Martell and Mel fight, separate because his boy head ass right here is team too much. But I was like, whatever. So they get all that done. Because again, Mel Hopin was I was pissed. I left. He took me some. I was at Chick-fil-A. He met me there and then calmed me down. Boom, back out. So at the end of the day, Martell put 20 on 10. Again, always trying to put Mel in the cheater box with him. Okay, that's what it was. Now, first of all, I need y'all to like the video because I'm thirsty. I need some water. So like the video. I need some water. Okay. Anyway, oh yeah, Marcel might have been trying to cover his own ass too. You never know. You never know. I think Mel and Martell may have gotten physical with each other allegedly. I would not look. Their arguments have seemed volatile. So I don't put anything past anyone. I'll say that. Okay, because it can be anything. Sometimes when people argue, it turns ugly. Yes. Yes. And I think that's why Vanessa, Mel's mom, called Marceau to maybe prevent the police from showing up. Now, Martell then brings up how Mel left him. And the time that she left him and moved out, that Mel was out there seeing somebody else and that Mel gave some man here. I say, really? This is the weird part to me. Martell, over the past, year or so, when all this went on, he has came out with all kind of accusations for this and that and the other. And, the fact that he's now saying that when she left him back in 2017, okay, back in 2017, that she was with somebody and sucked his dick, okay, and that you know what I'm saying he has proof, okay, and he recorded her admitting to it to him. I'm like, why were you recording her? That's weird to me. Now, Mel then explained, like, look, he on bullshit. Like, I do not recall, sucking my dick or whatever. I told him that someone I was dealing with, gave me head. Okay, that's what I said. And so, Mel, that's what you said. Mel, you said you sucked it. I'm like, I don't even see Mel telling him that she sucked some man dick or that Martell will be okay with that and then still stay with her. That's weird to me. He could not handle seeing her on a date when they were divorced. Okay, so your wife told you that she sucked somebody's dick. Okay, after leaving you, and that was cool. And you never brought it up until now. Okay. Now Mel admitted, yes, I left him in December. I met somebody. Did he really? If Martell really did that, I need someone to send that to my DM immediately. Okay, immediately right now. And I also want to say, I think when Martell said she got oil from the man, Martell looked hurt. He did. He did. I don't. Yeah, I don't recall sucking it out, but she didn't. Okay. She probably told him that to piss him off. I can see him doing that. And this is my point right here. Boom. If she did, so the fuck what? You were cheating on me. You were cheating on me. Did Martell? If he really did, because what's his IG name? Was it Martell Holt? Martell Holt. Let's see. I don't see the video. So if he dropped it, he if he put it out there, it ain't there no more. So I don't know. I don't see it. If anybody has it, DM it to me immediately so I can talk about it. Anyway, but like I said, even if she did, don't nobody care. Okay. And I agree. Everybody should remember, having pain in their mouth. Um, when Mel then said her point was, I saw on somebody else's page. Right. Why was he? Where did it go? Gives me so fast. Why was he recording her in the first place? That is the main thing. But when Mel said that the reason she was saying I don't remember because like she said, I think her point was I don't remember telling him that. I'm like, but Mel, you should know who dick you sucked for one. I don't believe shit Martell say. I don't. But her point was the person gave me head. But for me, I did not give him head. But he said I said it, but I don't recall saying that. And look, I don't know. I don't know. But at the end of the day, if Martell said it, it's probably a lie. Okay? It's probably a lie. And this is the weird part. Martell only wants to make sure people have doubt in their mind about who Mel is because it makes him feel better. If they think she cheated, then I'm not an asshole. Which is a liar. And I really feel like if he knew for a fact that she had done this, if he knew for a fact, he would have been put out the audio. He would have been put that out before now. He's making up shit to make it seem like she's a bad person. Okay. Those people like have stuff to hold over and throw up in each other's faces. I do not doubt for a minute they have saved lots of crap. But it's weird because if she told him that back in 2017, that's before there was even. It's bad now. It's bad now. But I'm like, why was he recording her then? When he was a cheater. So again, he's on bullshit. He is completely on bullshit. They go back and forth or whatever. And Mel's like, I told you he gave me head, but me and him was not really together. Okay, we dated for like a month, and that was it. But I don't recall giving him head. I don't recall saying I did that. But again, I don't even if Mel could have sucked that man off and everything, I wouldn't care. I really would not care because the amount of things and the amount of disrespect and the amount of just the horrible shit that he put her through. So what? And she's like, one man's dick. He had a baby with his mistress of 5 years. If she sucked a dick 5 years ago, oh well, ain't no baby come out of it. You know what I'm saying? Right. If it was true, he would have been completely unhinged. They would not have had. He would have never been able to let that go. And even how he talked about it was too calm. He was pissed about a date. He was pissed she went on a date with somebody at a restaurant. Did you see how pissed he was about that? Okay. You can't tell me that bringing up your wife when y'all were married at the time, y'all were divorced on that date shit. You can't tell me that Martell's wife was sucking dick and he was okay with it enough to stay with her and not blow up every time he thought about it. It's bullshit. Okay, it's complete bullshit. We've seen how he reacts to Mel, and he brought up her sucking dick too calmly for me to believe it was true. I'm gonna leave it at that. Okay, it's just bullshit. He never, for me, I didn't hear recording, so I don't care. But it's bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Now Karla did say, Mel, it's weird if you suck the dick, remember, and it's true. But her point again was, I don't recall telling him that I don't think I sucked no dick. I did not suck no dick. I did not. So I don't know what he's saying. Okay, I don't know what he's saying. He on some bullshit. Anyway, so Carlos asked Martell if he ever felt Mel would leave him. Okay, even with him having a baby outside the marriage. This fool said no. And the crazy part is, I really think he believes that. I really think Martell believes that Mel would have not left him if it wasn't for TV show, whatever. I never thought she would leave. Okay. Um, I tried to get a cheat on my system. I was in church praying or whatever. And my thing is this: Martell tried everything to stop cheating except stop cheating. Prayer without work doesn't work. You cannot be out here praying for things and then not putting in the action. If you're in, God, please don't let me go over her house and fuck her joy. Jesus, please don't make me have sex. Just don't go over there. Okay? Don't do it. Okay? Anyway, so it's weird that he's like, I just felt like, I could be a better person. I could work on myself or whatever I'm saying. But, I had a connection with this girl with Coleslaw. And that was issue. And it's weird to me when Carlos brings up, oh, you learned. Like we said, when I learned that you was out here fucking a girl during the pandemic, I felt like she was everything to you, not a side. This was the whole the main course. Or he made it seem like Martell and Coleslaw was like just, she was his everything. And that he tried to diminish her by calling her a peasant because he did not want to accept the fact that he loved her. He then asked, would you have been married to Mel if you had met her before Mel? And Martell did not answer. He was quiet. Of course, dun dun dun, cliffhanger. This is my thing. People can say all they want that it was 5 years of cheating. They had a whole baby. He kept going back to this one person. His wife divorced him, and he's still chasing his wife. He does not claim Coleslaw. He has not married Coleslaw. He has not done anything with her besides still treat her as a peasant. Even though she had a baby by him, he still had not put her on any level footing with Mel at all. So even with Carlos saying, I feel because you kept cheating with this one person, you love her and you did not want to accept that you loved her. If that was true, once Mel divorced him and moved on, okay, he would have just accepted Coleslaw. Right. He ain't even with her. So to me, I did not like Carlos making it seem like um that Coleslaw was the end all be all. That Coleslaw was who he wanted. He did no, he had every chance to fully be with her the few times Mel left him alone before the divorce. He had every chance to be with her and he didn't. He didn't. And it's like, why make it seem like, oh, that's what he wants? Right. Cheating is a choice the first time. Okay. But he kept doing it. Not because she was the best thing popping, because he was able to do it. And he thought, I can keep cheating in my life. We'll just accept it. That's what it is. It's like, no, bro, not at all. You ruined your family. You ruined your life. And the woman you ruined it with, you are not even. Had he at least stayed with Coleslaw, once he and Mel were over, okay, at least it would kind of make sense to where he wanted to be with old girl. He couldn't because of his wife. Well, the wife didn't let him. He has open air, all this open space to be with her, and he won't be with Coleslaw because he never really she was never supposed to be his number one. She was his secret. Okay. Boom. He will not claim Mel. Wait, where is it? No, he won't claim Mel. Claim Coleslaw because he wants it to be a chance with Mel. Every time he gets Martell always speaks from a point of, had we not been on the show, we could have made it work. Had the cheating not been public, we could have worked. Everything he say when he not trying to embarrass Mel is him showing how much he really wants to be with her. But because Mel doesn't care anymore, he feel like I have to hurt her how she's hurting me. And by hurting her, I can just embarrass her. I can say things that's not true at all, but it will embarrass her and she has to then defend herself. And that's how I can get back at her, because I really love Mel. I want to be with Mel, and I can't. Okay, because she don't want me no more, and I fucked up, and he knows that, and that's the gotcha, and that's why I love that Mel is like moving on, because Mel could easily still be trying to wait for Martell to be better. And she said at one point that the reason she came back, because Carlos asked, I forgot about this. Carlos asked her if the reason she stayed after finding out that he was cheating back in 2017, if the reason she stayed was because she did not want, Coleslaw to win. She was like, no, I was married and I wanted to give him a chance to be better. And she said, I gave you 5 years and you was not better. So I'm not going to divorce you and still wait up. You know, nigga, I'm done. Done. Let's see some comments. Okay. I do think Martell loved Ariane, but he's definitely in love with Mel, and he was meant to marry him. He was. And anyone thinking anything different is gonna cream Z. Okay. She had to be significant to Martell because she was in love, he was in a relationship with her for 5 years. That's not true. I don't know. Martell liked cheating because he could. I think he used the excuse that it was a connection. No, you kept doing it because you could, and you felt like you were deserving of having somebody else on the side. If he really wanted her, if he really liked Aryan, if he had any feelings for her, he would claim her or defend her the way he tries to not claim and defend Mel. Because even when him trying to be mean to Mel, he then will back it up with how much, what I'm saying, he still wish they were not divorced. Okay. And I think people believe, oh, because, he stayed fucking with her for these 5 years, she had some place in his heart. Sometimes that's not true. It's just something there that's familiar. And when you feel like your wife won't give you A, B, C, D, E, F, or G, your peasant will. And you don't have the same, um, he wasn't responsible for coleslaw. He was responsible for mailing them his children. Coleslaw was like a fun amusement park. Mail was his job, his livelihood, his life. And he liked the fun amusement park. He wanted to go sometime and ride on rides, okay? And right, it was other women too. So he was a cheater. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. So it's weird that I think people want to put more respect on coleslaw because she lasted so long. But once his wife left him, she still was his peasant on the side. Martell has no reason to not speak about her, to not talk about her, to not do, because it's not as if no one knows who she is. Sometimes let's take, for instance, let's take Housewives of Atlanta. Kim and Big Papa. No one fully knew who Big Papa was, and we still don't really know who he was. People know who Ariane is. You know what I'm saying? So there's no reason that Martell has to avoid speaking on her. There's no reason to even make it seem as if, she can't be who he's with. However, he still talks about her and speaks on her in a way that lets you know she is less than his wife. He may have fucked her and got her pregnant. She is less than his wife. What's his current ex-wife? Um, that's what it is. And I think we have to remember Cold-Star was for sure a side piece. Okay, a side chick. She was what they keep calling Kimmy, and Kimmy was not that. And she put herself in that vein. She allowed this man to degrade her on national television to make Mel happy because he wants Mel. Mel is who he loves. The reason he fights so much with Mel is because he loves Mel. He don't care about coleslaw at all. At all. Because if he did, he would at least fight to make her feel of worth. And he won't because she's nothing to him besides the baby mama. And that's what it is. And at the end of the day, that's where she put herself because she allowed him to treat her that way. He felt like, okay, I have a baby by him now. I'm on the same level as Mel. You not. You aren't. So any show that she's on, because she said she was gonna be on Rock Girl, no one cares about coleslaw. I don't like calling her by her real name because you put yourself in a sad piece role. You are a biscuit. Okay, you are some mac and cheese. Okay, you are the size of the meal that we, oh, no, it's fine or whatever. I can do without it. But, that's what it is. And I was like, girl, suppose Mel or Ariana left his ass now, that would be a damn kiki. Well, Mel has left him. And I feel like Ariana, will never leave him because I think she feels like that is where her bread is buttered. But Martell does not have as much money anymore. He's not as famous anymore. He's the most hated man on this season. And for that reason, she assumed she could be on the show. It's like, no, man, I don't even see on ever bringing her on. There's no reason to. And even seeing Carlos, because Carlos did an interview with DJ Brady Sky, and DJ asked him like, "What's come for the next couple seasons or whatever?" And he said, we want to see Mel and Martell navigate their way through life separate, to see them both dating, co-parent. Like, I don't want the show to take Mel and Martell away. I do want to see them separately a little bit, but I also just don't want to keep seeing the fussing. So I'm hoping next season, if they're both on here, we can see more of them separately. Because Martell can for sure hang out with the guys, and it can be that separate. It can be. It don't have to be them together, and eventually they can get back together as not together, but they can get hang out as friends, with the group or whatever. But it was on bullshit. Martell is not going to claim her. He even said that when he was talking about cheating, he said the next woman. He said the next woman I get with, he won't cheat. No one mentions coleslaw except bloggers, but no one on the show gives her any clout, any attention, because that's not who she was. Usually, if a man is cheating, or a woman, if someone is cheating with someone for that long of a time, once their marriage is over, they are with the other person. He is not with her because he does not want to be with her. He just doesn't. That's on her. Anyway, that's all I have for y'all. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed this whole conversation. Again, I'm going to always leave my chat only open to subscribers. So that way we don't deal with any bullshit comments from people or whatever. The comment section has been amazing. Amazing. Okay. So next season, Marcel and Martell will be on the outs again. He keeps trying to make it seem like Marcel was stupid to the mess with Mel. Yeah, that's because Martell is stupid. And we don't like Martell. Martell is dumb. We're gonna leave that man be. But thank y'all for tuning in. I may go live tomorrow for something I don't know. It'll probably be tomorrow around 9:30. We shall see. Okay, so come back tomorrow. Maybe we can do Portia's show live. Do y'all want to talk about Portia's show live? Because it come on tonight. I'm gonna go live after Portia's show tonight. Okay, so come on back tonight at 10:30 Eastern. Okay, to discuss her show. Okay, and we're gonna see what it's gonna be. Anyway, I love you all. Have a good time. Have a good Sunday. Be safe. Okay, wash your hands. Use condoms. Okay, make some money and all of that. But either way, peace. I will talk to y'all later.